Hi, I'm Ronit Lahoti. I'm a freshman here at Penn, and my startup is Nanotoxy.
Hey, I'm Andy Yim. I'm the founder of Lamora Animal Health.
Yeah, so I'm Alan. I'm a sophomore here at Penn, and I'm a co-founder of PLEC. It stands for Plan in Literally Every Celebration.
Hi, I'm Spencer.
And I'm Nick.
And along with Charlie, we are the co-founders of Storyara, a film production coordination platform.
I'm Margaret. I'm currently a senior at Penn, studying finance and business analytics in Wharton, and my startup is Serpent Robotics. Yeah, so a big problem that we're addressing in the whole vegetation management space is specifically focused on safety as well as efficiency. Every 3 days, an arborist is either critically or fatally injured on the job, and so it's a job that's 15 times more dangerous than your average American just labor. Because of the whole safety issue, then it creates a whole labor shortage problem as well. Hopefully by creating this sort of robotic platform, we're able to decrease those barriers to actually getting this type of job and encourage more people to do it. And then finally, just also on the efficiency side, a lot of the times with utility companies, they have to make sure all their power lines are clear just so there's no like power outages that are caused by falling branches or anything like that. Specifically on like the more mechanical engineering side, I'd say it hasn't been the hugest impact. Of course, there's always like things, if you ask chat or some sort of AI platform, like how do I better improve like XYZ with the motors, like chat will be able to help you with some of those problems. But with the actual design of things, I think it's still very like manual and it's still like the human in the driving seat. Whereas maybe more on like the business side, what I do, and more on the software side as well, we're able to leverage more of like the AI resources that have already been common, such as like Claude and OpenAI. On the Claude side, there's like Claude Code, which is really helpful with building out our software platform. It really takes a task that might have taken up like a week or a month of your time and can really reduce it down to just like a day or a few hours even. The #1 resource for any sort of startup work at Penn is Venture Lab, which is where we are right now. There's like VIPX, which is something I was involved in last semester. Basically, it's like a few startups run by Penn students, and you all get together every week and you get mentorship, and then you also have all these experienced speakers come in and give lectures on how to do like marketing better, like how to create a better brand image, how to like refine your go-to-market strategy. So truly there's just so much support that the whole VIP system creates. And I would say if you're not doing that, there's also like the startup challenge that the Venture Lab hosts every year. The finals happen in May, but applications start in like January. And if you are selected, then you can get funding by the end of the process to really further your growth. And for really early founders, I'd say PWIF is a really great place to get started. So that's the Penn Wharton Innovation Fund. You just fill out an application and you will either get like some grant funding or you might not, but you really do a lot of like idea validation with your PWIF applications, and you'll get a lot of feedback from whoever's reviewing it on the PWIF team. And even if it is just $500 for the validation prize, you can do a lot. You can like get a lot of stakeholders interviewed and just make sure your idea is sound before you apply for something bigger, like perhaps the Build Award or even the Boost Award. Come here and you'll definitely be able to get connected with the resources you need. The hardest part for me, as well as probably for anyone who is a student founder, is definitely the time management. There's so much going on at Penn with school, with clubs, any sort of social hangouts or any sort of gatherings that are going on. And so also balancing that with the workload of being a founder is definitely challenging. Ultimately, you are achieving what it is you set out to do in the first place, and in my opinion, it is definitely manageable to balance both being a founder as well as being a student.
So for some context, for filmmakers, the 3 to 12 weeks before a shoot is kind of like hell. Like, it's super hectic. You got all this coordination you gotta do, you gotta figure out how you're gonna pay for everything, and there's a lot of little areas where things can just kind of fall apart. And so we're here to fix that. You upload a script to Storyara and it creates an entire shoot plan for you, making sure you don't make any errors along the way, and ultimately helping you tell your story. Well, I mean, it's kind of changing the whole industry now. I mean, I claim that we're in the age of the designer. All you have to do is design something and you kind of have a lot of these tools created for you. We built most of our platform by ourselves, kind of before Gemini 3 and a lot of these more powerful models. But it's it's super powerful for people who just have great ideas and ultimately want to see them get put into place.
I think also there's been really an AI boom in filmmaking, and it's been very cool for us to show that we're doing something totally different. Everyone's going to that generative AI space where they're having films generated by artificial intelligence technology, and I mean it's just slop. Whereas we're showing that filmmakers can really be in that driver's seat, and we can actually make tools that help them. I would say, I mean, we're super grateful for all of our support from VIPX at the Venture Lab here, and then also the Sims department has been absolutely incredible. Kathy Van Cleve especially was really part of the motivation for actually building this platform, and she's been great along the way, and so have, I mean, the entire faculty there. Work.
A lot of classes. Let me think.
There's only so much time in the day.
Yeah, it really comes down to time, right? Like you're just burning the midnight oil as far as like responding to customers and doing sales leads and, responding to feedback, right? Like you're answering emails in between classes. A lot of my one classes are no tech
classes.
Yeah. Some of them. It's just difficult, you know. It really puts you up against the clock. But we're young, we can handle it. We're in our 20s.
Yeah, so Plek kind of solves the problem of when you're booking, celebrations, there's all these moving parts, right? You have to get the venue, the DJ, the caterer, the photographer, all these things, and it's difficult. You have to go through constant calls, constant emails, and all these things that take people's time and effort just for it all not to materialize. So Plek allows people to book everything you need all in the same place and allow you to do the transaction just in one click. Yeah, so I'd say definitely AI affected us the most from, the development side, right? Making the website, coding it. I think everyone on the team, including myself, vibe coded everything. I think, Cursor, Claude, Codex has been very useful resources, but also just the ability to just research everything about the company and, advancing everything in what we're doing has just been very useful. Just the startup ecosystem in general is a resource in itself. So my co-founder graduated from Penn last year. Obviously I met him, through Penn, and a lot of our team is built through the Penn ecosystem. We're based in Austin, but we also have a pretty heavy presence in Philadelphia as well. And much of the development team, the marketing team, the onboarding team, which for us is onboarding the venues and services onto the website, have all been found through the Penn ecosystem, which has been really awesome. In regards to specific stuff at Penn, I was in WUEC last semester, which was really helpful. I worked on a startup in the past. That's been really exciting. So I was able to get a lot of connections from WUEC. Actually, two of the people on my startup are from that initial WUEC group when I was making a different startup. So I'll definitely am very thankful for WUEC in that regard. I'm, very interested in marketing. That's one of the things I'm doing at Plek, and just being able to talk to my marketing professor, getting advice has been very useful as well. Yeah, I mean, definitely, time management's obviously very difficult. My co-founder is doing this full time, so I just, I have to, definitely work long hours, be able to put the same time commitment in, because I do have class, I do have other commitments that I have to attend to. But I think it's just, seeing the vision through, right? And really thinking that this is something to me that could change people's lives.
Lemore Animal Health, it's electronic health record software. Currently, right now, there's a bunch of different practice management softwares out there for veterinary clinics. However, all those different clinics or all those softwares right now are not talking to each other. So all that data is pretty much siloed and fragmented across the 35,000 different veterinary clinics here in the United States. Our software tries to solve that by putting power for not only the pet owners but veterinarians by uploading records onto their mobile app called PawChart. By doing that, we generate a clinical summary as well as a breakdown of active conditions, medications, vaccinations, and allergies, so that the pet owner has a better understanding of what's going on with their pet's health. And at the same time, they have a easy transportable way to send their records to any clinic, even if they don't have our software themselves. So a better understanding about their health's medical history. So I think the biggest thing that I realized is that we could utilize a lot of different techniques to find these different conditions, medications, all the things that you want to know from these giant medical records. The problem itself actually started for me where I experienced a pain point with my own cat, where we had a 55-page medical record that was really formatted so incorrectly. After learning about some AI tools and understanding like RAG techniques and utilizing LLM techniques to kind of combine RAG, LLM, OCR in order for us to find out what's going on with our medical records. I utilize those different tools to have a better understanding in our pet's health. So with that, I thought, well, if I could understand this better, I feel like a lot of other pet owners who have a bunch of medical records that they carry around with them, it'll help them out as well. So I decided to create this company, kind of creating this ecosystem surrounding both the pet owners and the veterinarians. Yeah, absolutely. I really think Wharton in general, as an MBA student, allowed me to reach out to a different variety of networks where it's professors, alumni, even current students. Just picking their brain in terms of how to start a startup in general, and also classes like the entrepreneurial communications class that I partook, learning how to pitch, learning how to create a pitch deck. The professor there, Mark Zod, has been a huge valuable resource, and as well as another professor, Scott Sill, who is in the weekend and evening program at the MBA program here. He's been a huge mentor to me in allowing us to have a better understanding, or allowing myself to have a better understanding of what's going on, not only in the startup space, but how to really sell myself. So huge thanks to them, and final thanks also to the Venture Lab here that really recognized the pain point that I experienced and validated through the different awards that I was able to receive through the Venture Lab program. Yeah, I think it's being able to prioritize everything all at once. I'm grateful for the opportunity to learn so much about the things within business school. And although it is a 2-year program, the first year is already coming up pretty quick. I think there's a lot of things that happen, especially at an MBA program. So you got to balance between your home life, the social life, school, and then working on a startup as well. A lot of things kind of take different priorities, but I'm grateful to have a supporting wife throughout all of this as well. Being able to partake in school, as well as really prioritizing some of those things for the startup, whether it's just me vibe coding some of the things that we need to accomplish, fixing the bugs on like a late night. It's good to have that extra support system with me at home, having that understanding that it's going to be okay and we're going to push through it. So.
What I try to do is make the process of testing for the toxicity of nanoparticles more efficient. It requires a lot of labor, a lot of money, a lot of resources, and more importantly, weeks worth of time. I'm trying to condense that entire process into a couple of seconds, and you can run thousands of these tests and then get results formatted for you automatically. This will not only help in speeding up research outputs for like a lot of universities and institutions, it will also help a lot of enterprises come up with more products with nanoparticles in them, because the regulation process would be faster. I believe most of these emerging vibe coding technologies have really helped me build a lot of my startup. I would say that I've learned a lot as well. So yeah, I mainly just use Cursor and Claude. I would say the Venture Labs community has been super helpful. I was also able to get a grant from Venture Labs. So I would say that was something super important early on, so that I could bootstrap this instead of running behind VC funding. I would say managing time. Also, a lot of my pilots are in India, so coordinating with them is also a concern because we are in different time zones.